Well, good evening. I am about to make healthy meatballs. I like to say it in Spanish, abondigas. So I'm going to be making healthy abondigas. I'm going to be using grass-fed beef. Let me go ahead and turn this. So I'm going to be using grass-fed ground beef. Lots of different spices. Cumin, coconut aminos, liquid aminos. I'm going to be doing my Vitalife pink salt, Italian seasoning, coriander, organic fennel seed. I'm going to be doing some nutmeg, some chili powder, or actually chili flakes, and some smoked paprika. And in here I have a little bit of avocado oil and a little bit of grass-fed butter. And over here I have I used 3 different colored peppers, onion, garlic, and mushrooms. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in right now so they can start cooking. I don't know if you can hear that sizzle. Well, probably not because I got this on. But I put it in. It is sizzling away. So I'm going to go ahead and get that moving around the pan just a little bit. I have 1 clove of garlic, maybe a 1/4 cup of onion. I used 3 large mushrooms, cremini mushrooms that I chopped up, and just a little portion of each of the bell peppers. So right now I'm cooking it up, and I will be right back. Okay. So right now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding liquid aminos. This has a saltiness. And I'm also going to be adding in some cumin. Probably about a teaspoon or so. It's about a teaspoon. And I'm going to put in some coriander in a minute. Let me go ahead and put in some Italian seasoning. Woo! That was the wrong side. That's going to be fun. Oh well, it's a lot of meat. So we get a lot of Italian seasoning in here. So I guess these are going to be Italian. Get that going there. We're going to brown it. Now I'm putting the seasoning in this as well. I'll be putting some seasoning into the meat. As far as, I'm going to put a little bit of salt. So I'm going to go ahead and put some salt in here so that the liquids, and the reason why I'm cooking this first before I put it into the meat is that I want to have this soften, that they've rendered out some of their flavor, and that they taste really, really yummy. I'll be right back. Okay, at this time I have a microplaner, and I'm going to be grating in some of the fresh nutmeg. So if you've never seen nutmeg, so I've been using this one. So I'm going to be grating that up and putting some in there. Probably about a 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, I have turned off the mixture. I want it to cool down. It's softened enough. And I want it to cool down. I'm actually going to use this probably. I put a little bit of paprika in here already. So that'll give it some flavor. I'm also going to put in some of this fennel. It'll give a nice flavor. I'm actually going to crack it first. So hold on just a second. And the oven is now preheated. I'm going to be making some cookies. Some of my cookies that I made that are healthy. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. So I'm going to grab probably about a teaspoon, I would say. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, let's see here, I'm going to chop it up a bit. Now doing this just to, one, it releases the flavor a bit, and two, you don't get the large seeds everywhere. So it gives the flavor throughout. All right, oh, that fennel smells so good. All right, so I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put it into the bowl right here. I'm letting the concoction, I guess is what you say, the vegetables cool right now. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more red pepper flake because I do like a little bit of heat. Just a little bit, not a lot, because I already put some in there. I already have the paprika in there. I'm not going to use this because I've already got it in with that. I am going to use about a teaspoon. Maybe a little more of the pink salt. All right, and just a little bit more of the cumin, just so that we get some of the meat. That's probably about maybe half a teaspoon. And I'm going to put just a little bit of coriander. I'd say maybe an eighth of a teaspoon. All right, I got that. So now I'm going to start mixing. I'm not putting egg in this because with all the other vegetables, it doesn't really need it to bind it, believe it or not. And I'm not putting any breadcrumbs or anything like that in it because it doesn't need that either. So I'm going to go ahead. All right, now I'm going to be getting in there pretty soon with my fingers, so I'm going to take off my ring so that my sweetie doesn't get mad at me. All right. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start putting in the, let me show you, just a second. You can see me there. So the meat, I've got it kind of broken down a bit, and I have the vegetables, that's how they came out right now, and I'm going to add those. Yeah, they've cooled down enough. So I'm going to add those to the meat mixture. Sure you appreciate my hand there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to transfer the meat mixture, the vegetable mixture, vegetables and spices. Oh, I wish you could smell it. Oh, it smells so good. Oh wow, it made my mouth water. All right, so I'm going to miss some very important players. All right, so if you are on the VitaLife program, you would cook that in water and aminos, liquid aminos. You would not put in the oil or the butter. And it's just an easy fix. There's no big deal at all. Well, I think it could have cooled down a little bit more, but it's okay. Got it good. So you're going to put these, make these into about 1-inch balls, and that's about an ounce each. So if you are on the Lose It stage of VitaLife, for those of you who are doing the VitaLife program, 4 of those would be your serving size for whatever meal that you're going to do. I like to put it on my big salads. So I heat them up and then just put them on top of my salads, cut them up, and they go throughout the salad. And I have a huge, you see this bowl? That's what I do my salads in. So yes, you can eat a ton and still lose weight. I've lost over 100 pounds eating like this. So if I can do it, you can do it. All right. All right, let me wash my hands because it's a mess. All right, we're going to start putting the meatballs onto a baking sheet. Okay, I've lined a baking sheet with foil. That way it's less cleanup because I've been cooking all day. I made chicken enchiladas earlier, and I'm going to be making some yummy sugar-free. So they're about that size. So I'm going to put them on there. Some sugar-free pecan sundaes. I have a video on that. It's definitely for Lose It and Live It stages of the VitaLife program. So, this is about 16 ounces of beef that I'm using. And out of those 16 ounces, you should get about, you hope, about 16 meatballs. So, not necessarily. You might get more, you might get less. Depends on if you're even Steven when you do it. Not everybody does it exactly. Well, that one's a much bigger one. All right. See, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. And with the VitaLife program, you do need to weigh your meats to make sure on the lose it stage that you're not putting too much in. You want to keep to the 4 ounces of land animal. All right, well, I'm going to continue doing this, and then we're going to be putting it into a 350-degree oven for about 25 minutes. All right, so I didn't get quite 16. Some of my meatballs are a little larger than others. I've got some really big meatballs over here. So I probably put less in my salads, but I got enough. So I can divide them up. It'll be some pretty good lunches, I would say. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put them into my preheated oven. So we'll go ahead and put that in, and we will let them cook. So I said about 25 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in for about 25 minutes, and we are good to go. Okay, 20 minutes has passed, and there they are. They smell incredible, and they look delicious. They're far too hot for me to eat at the moment, but I think you get the idea. They are definitely something to try. You can put them in spaghetti sauce, marinara sauce. There are a lot of different things that you can do with this particular recipe. It's very simple, very easy. Smells incredible in here. I wish you could smell it. I'll say goodbye for now, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you try them. They are delicious. Get them again. Really? I'm serious. They are so good. All right. Bye.